What is going on, everybody? It is Craig, and I'm back with number 46 in my movie review series. And this might be one of the most confusing reviews for me to do. It's from 2023. It's Night of the Insolent Vermin. And I heard it initially. I saw that Vermin, and I'm like, huh, is that like is this like a rat movie or something like that? No, it's cockroaches, but that's neither here nor there. This movie opened up very weird. It actually opened up kayfabe style with some of the actors and actresses in the movie like talking about what a stupid title it is. And I'm watching this, I'm like, it almost took me out of it. Like, all right, wait, if this is like super low budgety, maybe they're gonna do this, yada yada. It was a low budget, but aside from that, once they got into it, it was done well. The acting was fine. I mean, no one's necessarily getting an Oscar, but the acting worked. No one annoyed me in it. Um, and the problem with the movie is there's not a lot of anything happening unless you count stepping on a cockroach as a big scene until really like the very ending, I suppose, where there were a couple of kills. Which is very weirdly done too, because one of the kills is her friend who left to meet up with a boyfriend, came back and fell down and couldn't breathe, and apparently there's a cockroach in her throat, and she's like, well, she's good, and then she died. I don't know if they could have saved her if they took the cockroach out and gave her CPR, but she was a little bit of a cunty friend, so I guess I see that. But they did see this movie. It had a lot of characters in it. I want to say there was 4 or 5 main female characters, and they did a good job of establishing the characters. So that was nice. You had the nerdy girl. She kind of reminded me of the girl from not a teen movie. Then you had the girl who was sort of the protagonist, although everyone got fairly even screen time. Then you had the best friend. Then you had a badass. You also had a couple of workers who were just douches. With heckling, and it eventually got very real rapey, but that's whatever. And they also had another girl who was like the drug hookup cool girl. So they gave you good background on everybody. But like I said, nothing happened. And one of the connections to this was the guys who were like a little rapey. They saved the girl from them, but this girl only spoke Spanish, and a couple of the other girls spoke Spanish, but they didn't really understand her fully. But this was a plot device, I thought, because there was a time where you were hearing the radio, and the radio was Spanish, and she's listening, and they're showing what's on the radio, what the girl's saying, and she's saying stuff like, a cockroach swarm is coming, killing everything in its path, and, stuff like, what was it, martial law will be implemented. The problem is, they used that radio a lot, and they showed the girl talking on the radio a lot. But after that scene where they're sitting around the couch listening and they're showing you subtitles, they didn't show any subtitles. So I don't know if it became a budget thing. Is it pricey to put that in? Did they decide, well, since the girl's not actively there, then you can't know what she understands? I don't get it. I would have kind of liked to know, because they showed it at least 4 or 5 times without anything. So it's like, I guess it's a cool tool to build suspense. Like, oh no, something's happening. What is it? But if that's the case, then never have shown the subtitles. I don't know. And again, as far as what the hell they got rid of, they went Pied Piper style. So like the girl's like, we'll take the dead bodies and we'll draw the cockroaches, and they'll follow us and we'll get rid of them all. And like, that somehow worked, and the other girl was playing a pipe too, like really Pied Piper style. But like, how does that work? Cockroaches go after people in general. They're not just going to, in this premise, they're not just going to search after 3 of them because, their bodies are in the car. And yeah, by the way, 3 bodies. They're feeding the friend to the cockroaches, who they didn't try to save, and the 2 guys who were a little, like, harassy and rapey. They killed both of them. Pretty easily, actually, by the way. Well, they cut off the one hand, the one guy wasn't dead. It's like, oh, he's not dead yet. What if he wakes up? We should tie him up. They just stabbed him in the heart. Okay, he's dead now. Problem solved. I enjoyed the interaction amongst the characters. I did, but like the whole time, even now as I'm talking to you, getting ready to give this a rating, I can't see how I could give this a rating above 5. Or because if you watch these series, 5 for me is the magic number. Where it's like, if I get a 5 out of 10, at least I don't regret watching it. And I don't regret watching it, but there's nothing to like. the payoff wasn't there. It's like there was build, and then there was performance issues, if you will. So I don't know. I guess I'll give it a 4.75 since I can't give it a 5. But kudos to them. The acting was fine. They just, and I get the action stuff. Maybe they didn't have the money or the budget or the special effects people for it. Because even when they did show an effect of like the guy getting his hands cut off, it was pretty lame. Like you could tell he kind of probably had his hands in his sleeves and was holding on to like a styrofoam bloody stump. So I don't know. No, but anyway, Night of the Insolent Vermin. Interesting film. I'd be curious to see if this director grows a little bit more, because like I said, character development was fine. Characters were fun. There were a couple lines I liked, like the one nerdy girl, when the bitchy girl called her, she looked at the phone, she's like, "Nope, not today, Satan." And I found that funny, because I have thought that about people. When they're calling me, not quite with that much gravitas. But anyway, folks, thanks for checking my video. I should be up to 50 this week, which means we might even be above 50. So that could be a beautiful, beautiful thing. But as always, throw a suggestion. If it's something I haven't seen and I can find, I will check out. Otherwise, till the next time, peace.